Hi guys, I'm Rose, and welcome back to Nerdess Miniatures. So, it has been 3 whole weeks since our last big upload, and I cannot believe it has been that long. I have been so busy with so many different things. We've got a ton of projects on the table. I have been working on our big diorama. We have planned another diorama. I did 2 commissions. One was a Hodor doorstop, and the other was the video I posted of me redoing the entire chest set. We have been dealing with some nuisance barn swallows who have made our lives completely miserable. We cannot go outside onto our back porch or go swimming without these birds like dive bombing and attacking us, and it's just freaking crazy. I can't wait for them to get out of the nest so that we can have our backyard back. But so today we are going to be doing the Space Wolves. It has taken me way too long to get to this point. With all of the other projects in the background and in between and everything, I just couldn't focus on one thing. You know, the ADHD brain all over the place. Can't focus on a single one thing. Gotta do everything all at once. So it took about a week for me to actually finish the 4 pieces that I have finished and that we're going to show you guys today. So buckle up. Here come the Space Wolves. Check it out. P.S. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our future content. Let's go. All right, here we go with about 25% Macragge blue and 75% Thunderhawk blue on the Wolfguard Battle Leader, Grey Hunter Leader, and the Wolfguard Head Taker. Now, I reversed the color percentages and added just a tiny bit of black to get the navy color for the Wolf Priest because his armor is just a bit darker than the rest of them. Now I'm going to go in for all of the fur, and I took leather brown and a little bit of tenebrous gray to make the dark brown inner parts of all of the coats for the fur. Then I took some Iraqi sand for the outer parts of the fur and just put those all around the outside. I tried to go in with a dry brush, and I didn't like the way it worked, and it just looked kind of funny, so I did the highlights the old-fashioned way with Iraqi sand mixed with a little bit of white, just so that it would stand out on the lighter colors as well. I'm kind of using a bit of an edge highlighting technique to get the look I'm looking for. And now I'm just going in with a dark skin tone wash just to kind of bring it all together and darken up the inner bits just a little bit. Alright, and now we're going to take AK Interactive's Burnt Red. I used this to paint the cape on the Wolfguard Battle Leader, the Wolf Priest, and the Head Taker. After that, I used Vampiric Flesh to paint the inside of the capes on the Wolf Priest and the Head Taker, and the ribbons of the Wolf Priest. And now we're going to start on the face. I started with Mocha Skin. That's going to give us all of our shades. And then amber skin for our first highlight, and then for our final highlight I used about 50-50 quartz skin and amber skin, followed with glazing just to smooth all the transitions out. And here we're just going to do all of the hair in leather brown, followed by a mix of leather brown and white to add the highlights to all of the hair, just to add some interest to it. And here we are making an oil wash, which is entirely too soon because I still have so much highlighting to do. I just got excited. So we're just gonna put the oil wash in all the recesses and all of the power packs and all the armor, and then do it again later. And here we are starting on the shields. So I started with shining silver for all of the ornamentation in the middle, and then moved on to greedy gold for the outer parts of the shield. And then I just took a regular black color and fixed all of the parts that I messed up. And then now we're just going to be totally off camera while we do the oil wash to try to bring out all the recesses. And we're just gonna do the same thing on the other shield. And look at us doing an oil wash a little too soon again. But it's so cool, the capillary action here, how it just flows. And then we're just doing greedy gold and shining silver, followed by an oil wash on his hammer as well. And now it's time for a never-ending amount of highlighting. We're doing some feathering, some glazing, some stippling, trying to get all of these highlights to just blend together seamlessly. So why don't I just let you guys watch it?
And we're blending, and we're blending, and we're done.
We're just going to take red gemstone from Army Painter and do all of the gemstone ornaments, and then another oil wash. And teeny tiny red eyes, go. What's that? Another oil wash, you say? Let's make the cape dirty. All right, we're in the final stretch here. Here we're just gonna edge highlight. You're gonna thin your paints down to just a little bit thinner than ice cream, like melted ice cream consistency, and then you're gonna catch all of those edges. Where you can, you're gonna put your brush parallel to the edge. If you can't, then you're just gonna use the tip, and that's where that melted ice cream consistency comes in. And here we go painting the pauldrons. We're gonna freehand our right side, which is our pack markings, and we chose the gray hunters for it, and then the left side for the black mains, which most of the time you don't have to do a whole lot with. I had a transfer sheet that I used for some of it, and other parts I wound up freehanding the designs because we didn't have any kind of transfer sheet to use. All right, we're running into the final stretch on all of these guys, so it's gonna get just a little bit bumpy here with all of the jarring changes and everything we're doing, from doing the packs and the glow effects on them to final highlights. And this last guy, he got the short straw and wound up being the last one to be painted, so he got to do all of his highlights and everything at the very end. So why don't we just take a look at how everything was done? All right, guys, so I want to thank you guys for making it this far. It has been a real pleasure to paint these miniatures, and I cannot wait to finish the entire army. They are going to look so cool. But I want to remind you guys to like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else that we post. We do tons of shorts throughout the week, and then I try to do one of these long form videos once a week. It didn't quite work out here recently, but we're trying to get back on track with that. But without further ado, let's check out the Space Wolves.